Right, so it's July 15, 9:22 a.m. Around 7 o'clock, I woke up, um, kind of lazy, trying to make back some money. But dream that I had was I when I woke up, first of all, first thing I remember is that I saw three women in red suits swimming like Baywatch back in the 90s. One uniform red, and one was standing this side or front, and two like this. So I said, what can this be? So it was volleyball, and like beach volleyball, right? And I went and I searched if there was a red team, and there was Red Fox playing. Can't even remember what they were trailing. Uh, 0-1, I think. Uh, or 2-1 or whatever, and 2-1, and they came back 3-2. They won. So I put that one. Thanks for this normal one. And was that military? There was a M anyway standing in front. It's MC Energy MC2 M, the woman front, C2 like this, and they were in red. So uh, they won against Energy. So the next thing I remember, the long dream, because this was a vision when I wake up. The dream was that uh, there was a little girl, like those little girl that they might be 18, 20. They started their life, they're on welfare. They probably want to be an artist or something. So this young, beautiful girl, um, where I was talking to her. Why I can remember the first part? Oh yeah, first part I go and I said, last night I checked about my style of painting. It's 20 years now. I didn't show up, and obviously it's more propagate. And there was a group of four people. I recognize Prince, the father of Harry. What is it? Prince Charles. He was on the left, and they was one man there. He was there behind him, and on the right. So it kind of did a circle. And me, I came from the south. They were on my 11 o'clock type of thing. And I came and I bowed my head, almost in despair of money or something. Bowed my head down, but almost my knees. And something I heard, you shouldn't bow your head to nobody, or don't bow your head to nobody. God told me that, walk your head high, even though my eyes problem. So I raised up and I said that I had a problem. I was explaining myself why I couldn't show up, and I did this painting that I was doing, the style I was doing those big ones, and see, almost like that curtain. It was very long, and there was three things, and I said that I was doing them like this, very long and beautiful. And I was explaining just before that or after that why I couldn't do them professionally was because of my problem with my right eye. With my eye, I said that it gets dry, and then it gets painful. I can read. It gets dry, painful, and then it swallows. So that was explaining why I couldn't be smart as I was before, or successful, because I cannot read. So this was the reason, you know, the information I was getting. So I was explaining that, and I woke up. And the second part after that, I go to my right, I meet this young lady, and she's on my left, and I'm on the right side, and we're kind of together with a meter between us. And I explained to her there was a radio that back in the days, I said, there was this rave music, and if you wanted, I said, this music is almost like in the future. um Sorry, somebody there. It's almost in the future, It's timeless. I said, you see, it can be in 20 years and can be in the 80s. So I tell, also tell that back in the days, there was this as this raves, and you wanted to listen to house music, you had to go to clubs, and then if you wanted to listen after that to that music, you had to go to, kind of switch. In a rave there was this electronic, then it was house only, and then it came back. So I was explaining that back in the day you wanted, so you understand it's switching. So um this might be this might be and the third scene that I had, this might be Reading FC. I know there was a sport soccer called Reading FC, and if I mention, they just lost. They're playing in the tournament 3 games. That explains why 3 scenes. The second one will be on the 18th of July. What's the exact score? Do we know something? Yes, they're playing on the right, and like the girl, what's the team? Rose. There's a rose in the logo. It's called Black Burns. And I told her also, um, see, the best thing that you could do back then was, at the beginning of the speech, was to go to a rave party. There was this light, this music, and this light, and you see that it's like a flower needs the light. And then I explained to her with the radio. Oh, it's like new generation, that this music was in rave. Then he wanted to listen to house. It was in clubs, and then I don't even know. All I know is that it switched, right. Didn't make my mind. I didn't wake up and wash myself. So it raves is electronic, then it went house only, and then it came back electronic. So, anyways, when I say electronic, I'm saying like no kind of voice, mostly not only trance, but like techno or something, techno trance music, kind of voiceless, not house. And then this girl, then we're in a bank, and she's sleeping on the top right corner, and I'm sleeping on the bottom left. Well, I'm not sleeping yet. I'm looking, and she's sleeping. And I come close to her, and I'm saying, so she's not gonna be cold. On my left bottom, I feel like there's a heater in the bank, and she doesn't. So I come close to her, like I said, for her to not get cold, and I dragged her as if I could, uh, or lift her, I don't know, and I put her there. And as I put the blanket on top of her, I'm standing at this time. She's on my left, close to the wall. The blanket is short on her feet, and it's kind of, I don't know if I try to fix or telling myself, and that was it. End of dream. That might be covering the line, the expression, and betting. If you covered the line, uh, meaning a team will win the bet, and the line is like minus 1 goal, 1 feet, 2 goals. That might be the line in the third game. The third game, I don't even know what this reading plays against. So the first they lost. You shouldn't bow your head. They lost 2-1 against. The emblem was like a reddish dragon, lion, and 2 feet. Like those England emblems have. So they lost this. This was yesterday. I didn't know. So I'm gonna still refer, I think, in the future of the next two things. Um, she's on my left. I explained to her there's no fighting. This game and this game, like the music. First the light. The music is not in there. The flowers sing, but in heaven. I'm talking. So I guess it's gonna be 1-1-2-2. 1-1.5 and 2-2 or 2-2 because I tell them music, the light, and then the radio is gonna change the music. Came back, and came back. I think it's gonna be 2-2 because there's two parts in that scene that I'm talking. And then the third one, I drag her. I'm doing nice and I'm bringing her. She's sleeping dead, so she can win as a team FC. Uh, I drag her to get warmer. That's a good thing for her. Uh, who's gonna play on the right? I gotta check, and it's gonna be short. 2 goals maybe. Second half, she's gonna get cold. Might be 2-0 for me. Completely sleeping. I think that's what it is. And that's gonna be I don't know, next week or something.